Yeah, it's your boy Crypto Blood, and welcome to another episode of My Two Satoshis. It is May 17th, 2019. Shout out to my man Jason A out there on YouTube for the song request for today. He wanted me to play Onyx, Back the Fuck Up. This is an old school hip hop joint right here. Onyx is a New York group, real popular back in the 90s, so this definitely brings back memories, man. Thank you for that song request today. What's going on, people? Hope you guys are doing well, and welcome to another episode of My Two Satoshis. On today's episode, we are going to look at this big pullback that we've had. I actually told you guys yesterday, I said things can't go up in a straight line. We're going to have a correction here soon, and we did. We had that correction, over 20% correction. Is this a bear market rally or a bull market rally? We'll take a look at this one article. And I'll give you kind of my two Satoshis on the whole situation. I personally think we're heading back to test 6,000, between 6,000 and 6,400. And we actually did that on the flash crash that occurred on Bitstamp. And that kind of segues me into the first topic for today, and it's about Bitstamp. There was about a $35 million sale on Bitstamp, and it really caused a lot of havoc in the crypto markets as far as trading and margin calls and such on BitMEX. So Bitstamp is actually investigating this move, this sell-off, and how ironic, it's almost the same amount that was stolen from Binance. And this next article is very interesting. I'm telling you, shouldn't surprise you, but an early adopter, Bitcoin adopter, proves ownership of Bitcoin address that Craig Wright claimed. I guess he did a signature signed message from that particular wallet, and boom. I think this is very close to being the icing on the cake for anyone who may out there be still believing that Craig Wright is Satoshi. Well, this is definitely going to help you understand that he's not. We'll take a look at the details of this and how this message was signed from the address. And before we get started, I do have to get a shout out to smartcash.cc. They're one of the channel sponsorships now, so you'll be seeing them on the screen. They actually have a neat product. I didn't know much about Smart Cash beforehand. The team had me go test out the platform, and it is fast. They have a really neat staking model with their coins. But what's most interesting is that they were actually voted #1 crypto in Brazil in 2018. So they're expanding. They're getting more and more community involvement, and they're going for the whole decentralized governance structure as well. So one token equals one vote, and they've got a lot of neat features on their platform. So check them out when you guys get a chance. Smartcash.cc. Again, you can send via email, SMS, username. There's a number of ways you can use their platform, and they're doing very well in Brazil, and they're trying to expand to other countries. So check them out, smartcash.cc. So let's go ahead and take a look at that heat map. We've got Bitcoin down 10%, almost 11% at this moment. It's looking like Crypto Blood has been all over this space right now. Almost all red. Ethereum down 14%. XRP dropped over 20% or 30%, I believe, at one point yesterday. EOS down 10%. Litecoin down 11%. Bitcoin Cash down 13%, and yeah, it's not looking good here, people. Not looking good on this pullback. Binance token down the least of the bigger ones of my portfolio. It's only down 7%. So a sea of blood for sure right now, and to be expected, guys. I mean, we're up 100, or we were up 125%. Year to date. Correction is warranted. I'm just hoping, my whole view on it from a technical standpoint is that we must stay above 6,000. Normally, guys, when you have an area of major resistance and you break through it, the market is not going to just let you get away with that. You're going to have to make sure that is a new level of support, and normally we come back and test that level. And again, that's why I think we'll see a test or retest of 6,400 to 6,000. And we've already tested the 6,400 with the flash crash, but that's not a real test. I think we'll actually go down and test that area once again and really make sure that the bulls are now in control. That's how the markets work, people. Defend your lines at 64, 6,300 all the way down to 6,000 if you're looking to be bullish. If you're looking to go short, you probably want to do that below 6K, maybe like 59, 5,800. You start entering your shorts, because at that point, I think technically we would have broken the new support area. So let's go ahead and take a look at this first article of the quick pick of the day, and it is regarding this move down in Bitcoin. This particular analyst is saying, if I skimmed over it quickly earlier, it's saying that 7,000 is the level that they must hold. I disagree with that. I think 6,000 is the level we must hold. So, but hey, that's what makes a market a market. You're going to have different opinions. So let's see what they're talking about really quickly. It says that the biggest flash crash we've seen this year has sent Bitcoin price plummeting today, along with the rest of the altcoin markets. A $31 million sale order placed during the early hours appears to have kick-started this heavy correction. But how long can it go? So they've got a 4-hour chart here. We can see that panic selling has completely taken over the Bitcoin market after a heavy sell-off occurred during the Asian trading session this morning. The sale order, which was executed over a 2-hour period between 3 and 4 UTC, managed to drive Bitcoin's price down an eye-watering 1,700 bucks. That is crazy, 22% to a level of 6,200, which is very close to my 6,000 mark. Bullish traders, however, were quick to snap up the bottom and helped to reestablish the 7,300 within minutes of the crash taking place. Looking at the price action, we can see that Bitcoin buyers were unable to defend the 7,300 level for long, particularly as the Euro trading session started. Now bullish traders are attempting to prop up the asset's rapidly declining value at the psychological 7,000 level. This is a highly critical moment for Bitcoin, as a fall below this level could trigger a new wave of panic selling towards much lower levels. So what do you guys think, you technical people out there? Do you think if we go back below 73 or 7,000 that we're in trouble? My personal opinion is that we need to stay above 6,000. I know we kind of touched it with that panic sell, but we may test it one more time, and that will give me a lot of confidence in this bull move. That never get caught up in the FOMO. I know it's very hard to, but you don't want to chase prices. Let them come to you. If you had orders in around 62, 6,000, some of those orders may have been filled, but I think people will get a second chance at that 6,000 area level to buy in. So let's just see what happens. So let's take a look at what happened with this flash crash. Bitstamp starts investigation after large BTC sale leads to $250 million liquidation. Bitstamp starts investigation after large BTC sale leads to a $250,000 liquidation on BitMEX after a large Bitcoin sale order heavily impacted its order book, as the firm announced in a tweet on May 17th. Bitstamp reported an execution of a sale order in Bitcoin to USD dollars on its platform today, as the exchange wrote earlier today. While the company has not specified the details of the transaction, the price of Bitcoin had plummeted about 20% from around 7,800 to as low as 6,250 in less than 30 minutes. Earlier on the day, Bitcoin's price had surged back but stabilized around 7,400. Bitstamp reported that their platform was operating properly as designed. It says, according to the crypto news outlet The Block, the sale order on Bitstamp led to a liquidation of a $250,000 long position, wow, on BitMEX's exchange, which further resulted in price declines on other crypto exchanges. As reported by crypto publication Forklaw, the sale order on Bitstamp included 5,000 Bitcoins sold at 6,200. Some people in the crypto community suggested that the sale order could be made by mistake, with the order's owner having been meant to sell his Bitcoin at 8,200 instead of 6,200. I don't know where they would come to that conclusion. Bitcoin is down around 10% over the past 24 hours to trade at roughly 7,100 at press time after trading at 7,800 yesterday, while 19 out of the top 20 cryptos by market cap are seeing major losses, according to the data from CoinMarketCap. This is interesting, people. Don't know what happened there. Like I said, it's just kind of ironic that, Binance had a $40 million loss or, hack, and then we see a sale for $35 million. I don't know. There's no evidence. I'm not saying that has any correlation, but I just think that that's interesting. But I do want to talk about really quickly my theories on this move up, and it actually has a relation to Binance. What if this move up, this rally that we've had, was actually Binance going out into the open market to buy Bitcoin? Now remember, they closed for a whole week. The rally started, I think, right after the close of Binance. Could a $40-50 million forced buy at current prices, or at that point current prices in Bitcoin, cause the move up? Yeah, I think so. I definitely think so. I was just thinking, and you guys let me know, what do you think about this, that we had Binance closed for a week, they shut down after the hack, and then the rally started between them being closed. It's something to think about. Maybe they didn't have all the funds to really cover it, and they needed to go out into the market to buy more Bitcoin with the fiat that they have. And that could have sparked the rally. So let's see. I don't know. If that's the case, then this rally was definitely artificial. It was not a true rally, but we could see if the bears have run out of steam defending this rally, and if the bulls can take over from here. But that's just something to think about, and I wanted to pose that thought for you guys to really simmer on. The second article for today is a good one. I'm glad this actually came out, people. This is out of Bitcoin.com. It says, Craig is a liar. Early adopter proves ownership of Bitcoin address claimed by Craig Wright. On May 16th, an unknown person posted a signed message to social media concerning a Bitcoin address that was used as evidence in the ongoing Kleiman versus Wright lawsuit. According to the message, which is verified to be the rightful owner of the address used in the Florida lawsuit, the address never belonged to Satoshi or to Craig Wright, and once held over 160,000 Bitcoin. Since last year, Craig Wright has been involved in a lawsuit against Kleiman family, who are suing him for allegedly manipulating the now deceased Dave Kleiman's inheritance. Wright and Kleiman worked together, and the Kleiman estate and Dave's brother Ira accused Wright of fraud of over $11 billion worth of Bitcoin. This is due to a slew of documents and contracts submitted as evidence in the Florida lawsuit. One specific contract submitted to the courts, called Exhibit 11, shows a variety of Bitcoin addresses that were allegedly used in a trust held in the UK. The supposed trust would be kept untouched until the regulatory issues were resolved, likely referring to the regulatory unknowns with Bitcoin at the time. However, on February 27, 2018, almost immediately after the case came to light, WizSec Security published a post called Kleiman versus Craig Wright, the Bitcoins that never were, which debated the legitimacy of the trust's addresses. As you can see here, here's a signed message from the owner, and it appeared on social media on May 16th, which was yesterday. WizSec's research concluded that the only reason the Bitcoin addresses were used is because at one time they all had large amounts of Bitcoin in them. The security researchers also went through the addresses to determine who the addresses may have belonged to. Some wallets were simply used for Mt. Gox cold storage, and others were merely traders who managed to accumulate lots of coins. But on May 16th, the owner of one of the Bitcoin addresses listed posted a message on social media claiming ownership of the address. The message read, "Address such and such does not belong to Satoshi or to Craig Wright. Craig Wright is a liar and a fraud." Boom. There you have it. Signature verified on the hash. Definitely came from that address. If you guys don't understand how signing a message works, you have to have the private key to go in and send a signed message from a Bitcoin wallet. So that lets you know that person is the actual owner of that address. The message also contained the legitimate signature of the owner, which can be verified using public tools online. Essentially, the owner's signed message contains a hash that successfully validates against a specific address that once held more than 160,000 Bitcoin. after the message was posted to social media. Bitcoin supporters and blockchain analysts tested and verified it with tools to make sure it was legitimate. Blockchain developer Mark Lundeberg posted an image to the Bitcoin subreddit that shows the electronic cash wallet verified the message as being real. Many others verified the message as well, including the developer Jameson Lopp, who posted his findings to Twitter. The address that was stated here is used in at least 2 documents stemming from Kleeman vs. Wright lawsuit. The address is mentioned in Exhibit 11 as well as Exhibit 4, which describes an interesting encounter allegedly on October 13th of 2011. Wright's attorney swore by oath that his client came into his office and showed him his HTC mobile phone. Then the lawyer writes, "On the screen of Wright's mobile phone, I reviewed and verified the following Bitcoin address. The last address listed on Exhibit 4 is the one that has been cryptographically signed just yesterday. The recent address signed by the OG Bitcoin whale spread like wildfire on Reddit and Twitter throughout the day. The message was meaningful to Bitcoiners, and not just for what it said, but for how it truly verified the integrity of the message. Demonstration has shown how validating ownership of a Bitcoin address is simple. This has been the biggest cause of Wright's self-proclaimed Satoshi theory being discredited, as he has never provided any cryptographic proof." Yeah, this is nothing new. I remember when I first got into cryptos, I watched videos about how to sign messages, and in the wallet there was an area where you could sign a message and, you know, send it out. There you have it. You know, I think for me personally, I already knew he wasn't Satoshi, but this, for anyone else who had doubts, should definitely let them understand that he is not Satoshi Nakamoto. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this, people. Man, we got some characters in this crypto game, I tell you. It ain't like this in the stock market, I know that much. But that's pretty much it for today. Shout out again to Jason A for the song request. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe, and click that bell. That's how you support this channel. I'm out of here, people. Holla.